Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Welcome back to the coach's desk, and today we will be talking about a reggae boy in Keith Kelly who was extremely talented but did not progress in football. Now, recently we sent out an invitation for persons to highlight some of the stuff that we could discuss here or talk about on the coach's desk. And he was one of the persons that they mentioned. And Keith Kelly, for persons who don't know, from what I understand, that he is still playing football. Yes, he currently plays in the Antiguan League for an Antiguan club, Green Bay Hoppers. So we'll be talking about his career, where he played football and some of the clubs that he played for. But Keith Kelly would be one of the brightest talents to would have ever graced the Jamaican football pitches across the island. He's a midfielder, and he was once regarded as the brightest Jamaican talents. Keith Kelly played at the 1999 FIFA Under 17 World Cup Championship, and incidentally, at that championship, he caught the eye of French giants Paris Saint Germain. Right. So, because of his exploits at the Under 17 World Cup, he was scouted by PSG. Now, Keith Kelly also played in the FIFA 2001 World Youth Championship. So, he has played a lot of at the highest level at the youth age. However, Keith Kelly did not make the grade at PSG and was loaned out to Belgian side months before returning to Jamaica in 2003. And that was the situation. He was actually in the PSG B team. He did not make the cut up the ranks to the first team, and as stated, he was sent out on loan to Mons in 2002 to 2003. He only played 13 games for Mons at that time. So Keith Kelly would be one of the first players who would have possibly played in Belgium for Jamaica, and possibly one of the first who would have played in France. So he has a lot of talent in that particular time. Somehow, he did not matriculate to the big time. Now, after several months battling over his contract rights, that was an issue that Keith Kelly faced in his career. Contract battles, and Keith Kelly finally signed a contract to play for Arnett Gardens. So he came back to Jamaica and played for Arnett Gardens. His time at Arnett Garden was marked by poor fitness and motivation, but he was able to earn a few national team caps during his time. So in 2005, it was rumored that Keith Kelly would return to Harborview as a replacement for Jermaine Yu. However, it did not materialize. He then picked up a severe injury while playing for Trinidadian outfit CL Financial San Juan Jabolete in November 2005, and after almost 2 years in the wilderness with a broken foot, Kelly returned to Jamaica football with Harborview in summer 2007. In January 2011, Keith Kelly moved to Sporting Central Academy in Clarendon. Keith Kelly returned to Harborview ahead of the 2013-2014 season. So I do believe that one of the things that really messed with Keith Kelly's career after such a promising start was the contractual agreements, as well as the injury that he got to his leg. But I do believe that possibly he would have to take some amount of responsibility for not reaching further as well, because given the opportunity to play for PSG, he actually didn't grab it with both hands. And it is a player that I like. He was one of the most talented youths I've seen in Jamaica in recent times. He did boss that under 17 World Cup. He was an excellent player, and that could be seen with that he was awarded that contract there. He played for the Reggae Boyz senior team, um, 9 games, didn't score a goal, but I mean, it was very good for him. He also played for the under 20 World Cup in Argentina. He played on that team. Played on that team, and he also did extremely well. You know what I mean? So Keith Kelly, I would be believe that he would have been an underachiever with the talent that he has, with the talent that he showcased at those world championship tournaments. It's a big blow to know that this player did not materialize into a world class player in terms of playing for the national team, playing for big clubs across Europe. It's pretty sad. But it's a footballer that I rate, and I don't know what transpired, why he did not get enough games at PSG and so forth. Why did he return? What sort of contractual arrangements were bugging him in terms of him getting out of contract? So all of those issues possibly had a psychological effect on the youngster, because in those times probably agent was there, but probably he did not know about the ins and outs of football as a youngster. Possibly did not have the right persons around him in terms of um, advising him. So definitely he was he's one of the players that I would say would have fallen through the cracks of the national team, given the talent that he had. I do believe he's one of those super talents who did not shine after youth age. Played some pretty decent Premier League games. You could see where he was a bit sluggish. The injury really got a toll on him, and so forth. So all in all, Keith Kelly a good footballer, but I don't believe that he lived up to his true and full potential at the youth age. He did not transition into a senior footballer in a way that we were expecting as fans and sports lover of football. So we were really sad to know that Keith Kelly, one of the brightest young talents that would have ever played in a Jamaican shirt, he did not matriculate into the senior ranks to be a household name. Well, I do believe he still is a household name. If you go on any corners and you talk about good midfield talents, then Keith Kelly would be one of the names that would come up. So much to say, it was highlighted in his youth career, but for some reason, and you see, many persons don't know the intricacies of injuries, how impactful it can be on an athlete's career. It really affects them psychologically, and if they are not mentally tough, if they are not mentally strong, the injury can actually derail their career, put it on the back burner, because every time they're about to play, they're about to go into a tackle, they're about to move into a space, they're about to sprint, then it will always be in the back of their mind. What if? Worst if the injury was a long term injury, and they had to go through a whole lot of therapy to get back, even to walk or run or jog. So injury is one of the demons of sports. It's one of the things that is a part of sports, whether we believe it or not. And it's always sad to know that something like this can cause the detriment of a talent that had we the fans had great expectations of. So again, Keith Kelly, one of the brightest prospect that did not make it to the big time in terms of his senior career. Thanks much for joining us here on Coach's Desk. If you're new to the channel, please remember to subscribe, hit the notification bell, so when we drop these videos, you will be notified. Thanks to the persons who are always viewing, but please remember, subscribe, hit the like button, comment down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Do you believe that Keith Kelly was good enough to make it in the professional or the senior ranks of the national program or in Europe? Thanks much. I'm out.